I'm walking out of the locker room if I'm Mike Malone, like, yes. Yes. And you know why I'm saying yes? Number one, we won. Number two, we won in a very good way, which is dominated the game. Didn't play great. Dominated the game. They fought back, made it respectable, made it feel like they didn't get blown out. So the final score is 104-93, not 104-81, not 104-85. It wasn't a blowout, is my point. When you blow someone out in any playoff series, NBA Finals, whatever, you name it, that team then comes out with extra motivation. That team comes out like embarrassed, like we just got embarrassed. And so you find extra juice. And so if I'm Mike Malone, I'm walking away. And I'm walking in the locker room and I'm telling guys we got to get better. We can play much better. That team's going to play better next game, blah, blah, blah. And I'm walking in with my coaching staff and I'm like, perfect. Because our guys aren't going to relax now. Because usually that's what happens. You blow them out, they're pissed off, you relax, you got a problem on your hand. That is not the case here. And also, like I told you before, Denver is not fucking around. They not playing with their food, not playing with the breakfast. They eating their meal, getting it out the way. Did it the first series, did it the second series, and definitely did it the third series. And they did it tonight.
Is that I still feel confident in the Miami Heat team. I'm not going to overreact from this game one, although the Nuggets did play well. But like Jimmy Butler said, they're going to make adjustments. I feel like Eric Spoelstra, the best coach in basketball, I got the utmost trust in him when it comes down to putting his guys in position to be successful.
You know what, Perk? I just want to say this. I have no evidence. I have no proof of this whatsoever. It's just sheer speculation. I think this is the first time that I've looked at you and I said to myself, he is lying to the American public. There is no way in hell that he can believe that there is nothing to be concerned about with the Miami Heat. I'm looking at the Denver Nuggets. They just seem so much bigger. Miami seems so much smaller. You spent the first three quarters shooting 7 of 27 from three-point range. We've got a guy in Max Strus. I understand, John Starks 0 for 11 in 94. I mean, I forgot who else it was. I think it was Steph Curry one year. He went 0 for 9. Ray Allen went 0 for 13 in 2010. You were there. You was teammate. You know this. But to be 0 for 10 from three-point range, I mean, Max Strus, he was just awful. Caleb Martin was awful. I don't expect that to continue because you can't get much worse than what we've seen from them. But when you look at the greatness of Jokic, when you look at Jamal Murray, when you look at Aaron Gordon bully his way to 12 first quarter points, and everywhere you turned, there was just a size mismatch on the part of the Denver Nuggets. I just looked at Miami and I was like, my God, they just look so small. They look so little compared to Denver. How are they going to overcome this? I'm not even talking talent. I'm just talking size. I just said, man, they just look so small. So to me, that in and of itself is big reason to get worried because there's not much that they can do if they're not making their perimeter shots because they certainly ain't going to make but so much noise in the interior.
As far as Aaron Gordon go, you may have to put Kevin Love there. May need size. May have to go bigger. Every series calls for different things. It's not always going to be as rarely is it ever the same from series to series. It calls for different things when you're trying to win championships. Spoelstra's super smart, great coach. Not afraid to make adjustments.
They came out to start the second quarter in the zone. Jokic was off the floor. Denver scored on 4 of the first 5 possessions against that zone. Then Jokic came back in the game. They went away from it. They went back to it in the fourth. Denver was 4 for 11, but they had 4 great looks from 3. They missed those, which brings me to my last point. Everybody's going to talk about Max Strus missing shots and Caleb Martin missing shots and Duncan not being able to get himself going. The Denver Nuggets shot 8 for 27 from 3. Michael Porter Jr., their best three-point shooter, was 2 for 11 and had a lot of good looks. Let's not act like the Denver Nuggets played their best basketball game. There's a lot to be concerned about if you're the Miami Heat.
Are you?
Michael Porter Jr. was only 5 for 15 from the field. 14 points and 12 rebounds, though. Double-double. And that's so encouraging to see Michael Porter Jr. with a double-double because at times his shot's not working and he doesn't have an impact on the game. 12 rebounds?
And 2 blocks.
2 blocks, which we know he's not known as a defender. Yeah, 1 block on Jimmy. Remember that block. But he's doing something other than just shooting the basketball. And that's very important, especially on the night where he didn't shoot extremely well. Now, something tricky about that. He missed some open looks. And he's not going to keep missing those open looks. So I hope they're going to make an adjustment to make sure he don't get those open looks because next game, he's going to make those. Like, you can't rely on Michael Porter Jr. missing open looks. So that you continue to do the other things like rebounding. He's 6'10". You got to take advantage of that size. He caught a couple of them in the post, and I thought he faded away. Nah, seek contact. You 6 inches taller than these guys. Seek contact, go over the top. No, that's not what he does. You got to do it. It's time to win a championship. He need to take advantage of some of those. Denver's going to shoot the ball better. Like, they're going to shoot better. They still won that game pretty easily. Like, to think that Denver only scored 104 points and they won that game pretty easily, that's not very encouraging for Miami. That they won the game that way and only scored 104 points and didn't shoot the ball well. So another reason why, if I'm Coach Malone, I'm walking away like, yes, absolutely. I don't think there's a tougher player to guard in a zone in the NBA than Steph and Joker. So, yes, the zone worked in theory tonight. It got them back in the game. Coach Malone will have something for that next game. He'll have some stuff to combat the zone. I know he will. And again, I think they'll shoot the ball better. And that automatically combats the zone. Because if shots are going up, now you're overreacting. Now you're closing out hard. Now they're getting offensive rebounds too. Makes the game a lot tougher. So I wouldn't overreact, though, that we lost one on the road. That's not the time to overreact and kill everyone's confidence and ring the alarm. Because when coaches overreact, players overreact. Players follow coach's energy. Don't get it twisted. They follow the coach energy. You say, oh, man, this guy nervous. You make it nervous. Oh, he confident. Oh, let's go. We confident. So you don't want to overreact to game one either. Now, again, there's an opportunity. You feel like I think we should throw Tyler in here. Great. See what you got. But to just move somebody and slot in, it's a dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing when guys are in the rhythm. Now, one game ain't saying these guys not in the rhythm. They've been in the rhythm.